Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thanks for growing with me today. It's like a balancing act, okay? I'm no longer part of the spiritual warfare, but now we balancing some things. Along with balancing some things here, I also have my baby who then kind of went back to being a baby. So I'm babying her back up. And she's coming along beautifully. She's blossoming. And I'm very, very proud of her and her accomplishments. She will be graduating this year. And also, this girl got her queen size bed in a box and put it together by herself. And I'm so extremely proud of her because she told me that she don't need a man to do anything for her. And she got up there and put that bed together like it wasn't nothing, honey. It's beautiful. And I'm very, very proud of her. And she's showing me some things that I don't need. I always thought I needed a man. I used to, and no disrespect to you kings, but I used to always think I needed a man to do this or do that, or if anything needs screwing, I got a wrench or anything. Lord forgive me, but you know what I mean. If any work need to be done around the house, I thought I needed a man to come and do it. I'm gonna tell you something. I have never changed a flat tire in my life. You hear me? I have never changed a flat tire. Now, I didn't put oil in the car and all of that stuff, but as far as working on a car, different stuff like that, I ain't never done that. And it is really, truly wonderful. For you queens who do know how to work on cars, who do know how to work on houses, who do know how to build stuff. I'm telling you, I got to give my props to you, who know how to go out there and work with your hands. See, because I never learned how to do any of that. And I was always, either like in the secretarial field or, driving the buses. Once I came up out of working for down at the aid office, I started driving buses. And then it's funny how I went to that particular field because driving buses, no matter what I tried to do, I got hired as a flight attendant for United Airlines, but I didn't have no babysitter. My oldest two was little in, and my mama said, "No, I'm not gonna watch your kids while you fly around the world." And so, no, that didn't work out. And I also got hired on as a sheriff's department down in San Bernardino County. However, the reason I didn't get on is because I couldn't pass the 6-foot wooden fence. I had went and bought new tennis shoes and everything, honey, to make it. But it wasn't meant to be. I wasn't meant to be no sheriff deputy. I was meant to go on and work in God's kingdom, work for God. See, because no matter what I tried to do until it came along to driving them buses, that was it. Because see that taught me no matter what's going on back here, with the passengers, I'm trying, they got to be okay once they get on the bus, but I'm in control of this vehicle and we headed on to this destination. We got to make it here no matter what. And I'm going to tell you something. Here go another thing, warriors. This is what I tell you. When I tell you I done went through everything, honey. Because one day, this had never happened to me before, but it happened this day. One day I was driving a bus. And when I tell you that you're a warrior and you can overcome anything, anxiety. You can overcome anxiety, honey. I'm telling you, you don't have to allow anxiety to run your life and panic disorders. You don't have to allow that to run your life. You are in control of your life. What you have to do is change your mindset, to be a warrior and a conqueror. I'm over this right here. This don't control me, because then that's going to pull you down into the spiritual warfare. Because look, this is what happened to me. I'm driving a bus, the metro bus, the big long bus this day. I'm driving a metro bus. We headed down the road. I pulled over to pick up some pastors. As the pastor's getting on, honey, I'm sitting there And all of a sudden, I had it hit me like a wave, an overwhelming feeling that something was wrong. You need to call home right now. Stop. And I was so scared because I had a little baby then, and I was so scared. But I held on and I gave it to God. And I kept driving that bus, because the people on the bus, they got to get to work. They got to get where they trying to go. If I have a panic disorder right now, that's going to hold up the progress of the Lord. So see, I got to keep my eyes focused on the prize. So I went ahead and drove that bus all while I'm in a panic disorder. Sweat, my palms sweating. I'm shaking. I'm worrying about my little baby. Did she fall in the water? Did he not watch her? Is she burnt? What happened? That's all I could think about was my baby. What happened? But I kept on. See, because I gave it to God. I kept on, and it was a long journey down that road, honey. It was miles and miles and miles to get to our final destination. But I'm going to tell you something. As I gave it over to God, as I turned it over to the Lord, you hear me? As I turned it over to God, I kept on with my eyes focused on the prize. I looked to the hills with cometh my help. I kept on down the road, even though I was shaking and trembling. Lord, what done happened to my baby? What is going on at the house? What is he done? I'm about to call, but I can't call, because if I call, I'm going to hold up progress of the Lord. So I got to keep on and trust in God. And that's what I did, honey. When I pulled in that destination, we pulled into that station, I almost beat them passengers off of there. I pulled the bus in park, got off the bus, ran with my phone, went and called. Matter of fact, we didn't have, I don't even think we had phones then. I don't even think I had a cell phone then, but I had my phone. I got down there, honey. I got down there and pulled my phone out and called him. And he said, everything fine. What's wrong? What's wrong? Why you acting? What's the matter? See, but you see how the evil tried to get me. You see how the evil tried to pull me into some mess, into the spiritual warfare by holding up the progress of the Lord. These people, I don't know what they got going on. They may be headed to pray. They may be headed to work. They may be headed to play. Whatever they headed to do, they got a mission that God got them going to. But me, if I stop, I'm going to hold up the progress of the Lord. So I got to always, no matter what, always keep your eyes focused on the Lord. No matter the spiritual warfare that is going on around you, keep your eyes focused on God, the light of God. Honey, Dr. King had an epiphany. He had an epiphany, and he said, I just want to do God's will. And that's what I want to do. I just want to do God's will. No matter what, whether the days are balanced or off or whatever's going on, I just want to keep doing the will of God. I have never, ever in my life had a panic attack since that day. That one day I had that panic attack, and I did not give in to that evil. See, because when you give in to it, there it go. Then it done took over your life. It done ran with you, honey. It done grabbed you. And that's something. That's really something that happened to me. And since that day, I'm going to tell you, it has never happened again. Never has it happened again. Ever. Because see, if I'd have let panic disorder take over my life, I wouldn't have been able to drive no more buses. You can't be under certain different kind of medication, driving vehicles and stuff. And that would have been my career, really. They don't want people driving the bus who can't drive. And you have a disorder where you have to get off the bus, or you worried about something. It's just not the feel for that. So that just happened that particular day, and it's just it just. But God took over, and it was God's way, and God worked it out, honey. God worked it out for me all my life, all my entire life. God has graced me, and I can't do nothing. I cannot do anything but carry on the dream, because his dream is my dream. We're going to go on until genuine equality and righteousness run like a mighty stream. We all in this, because his dream is our dream. His dream is our dream. We're going to come together in love. That's all he was trying to do. But the evil, the spiritual warfare, took him away from you. The evil rose up, just like the evil is rising up now. I'm going to tell you something, honey. I'm going to tell you something. You can turn your eyes away from the children over there in the starving countries. You can turn your eyes and ears away from them all you want, and allow them to be left to live in the street. And they gonna, guess what? The spiritual warfare gonna grab them up like meat. And they gonna take those children and groom them and turn them into terrorists to attack us all around the world, because it is a spiritual warfare that is going on. So see, while I'm aware of the spiritual warfare, I'm on the path of righteousness for God. And as I come on the path of righteousness, spreading seeds of love, harvesting love, we gonna come up on the path of realization. The path of realization is gonna take us on to our dreams. His dream is our dream. We gonna go on with genuine equality and righteousness like a mighty stream. And we ain't gonna stop sowing seeds of love. We ain't gonna stop harvesting up the love. We gonna keep on, honey. I'm telling you, we got to, because we can't let the evil take over. You got to start showing love in your family. Start showing love and watch, see what happens. People gonna gravitate to you. Stop raising up in the other way and like throwing gasoline on a fire. Start showing love. Show love to your husband. Show love to your wife. Show love to your kids. Show love to your co-workers, honey. Start showing love. Stop sowing seeds of hate. See, because what you doing is you got the great big fire, because we already here surrounded by the evil of the great big fire. So what we all doing is going around spreading the seeds of hate, kicking stuff around, wagging our tongues around, telling folks different things, spreading the embers on around in the spiritual warfare. So therefore, the whole world is on fire. But I'm going to tell you what, God got the water hose, honey. Here come the water hose. And we got the water hose going, and we hosing down this fire all around the world. I'm telling you, the heat is hot. The heat is on us. The heat is here. But we hosing it down, honey. We hosing it down. I'm telling you, I got the, I'm hosing it. I'm hosing it down, honey. I see the water. I ain't gonna get burnt. I'm going on up ahead. Y'all hold the hose behind me. Grab hold. We hosing it down. We gonna hose it out. As we keep on sowing, we gonna hose down the hate. We gonna hose down the evil. We gonna rise up in love. We gonna overcome the oppression. We gonna overcome the hate. We're going to overcome the evil. We're going to rise up and be great. Rise up in the Lord. Rise up in God. I'm telling you, honey, I'm on fire for the Lord, honey. I am on fire for God. Do you hear me? When it comes to God and what he has done for me, you don't know, like I know, what he has done for me. But it's all going to come out in the movie. It's all going to come out in the book. We got to bring it down, beloved. We got to bring it down. We got to bring it down. They are working. Do you hear me? This ain't none of me. They are working. The beloved ancestors, honey, are pushing this movement. They even are your beloved ancestors. Not just mine, your beloved ancestors. Your legends in your life. Those good souls that try to tell you, no, don't do that. Let's do something different. Let's go the other way. And then you say, I should have followed my first mind. You know what? That's right. I should have never, ever went and did that. I should have never said that. I should never took that. I should never had that. I should never been there. I should never done that. I'm telling you, honey, it's the beloved ancestors, honey. They ain't sleep. They ain't sleep while evil up doing. You know, they was over there helping me overcome the evil in that house. You know, because had it not been for God, I wouldn't have made it, honey. I would not be here to be telling you and be preaching you and be teaching you and be, you know, I'm telling you, honey, I'm on the road when it comes to God. I can keep going on and on, but I know you got things to do. So let me tell you that I love you. Turn around, look in the mirror, and say it to you too. Say, I love you. You are a legend in God. You are a king, a queen in God. You are royalty. Just like we went, you know, I'm going to tell you something. Never have I owned a cat in my life. Never really wanted a cat. But I'm going to tell you something. Went to the Humane Society. He loves to sit here and watch me do my episodes. This cat, and I know this cat, is a descendant of royalty. He's beautiful. He is gorgeous. We didn't even get to see him before we picked him up, honey, and he loves us. And while I'm doing my episodes, he's sitting right here. He quiet. I mean, he just loves the light in here. And he just as sweet as he can be. You know, I love me some Kyler, honey. Kyler just, he my honeybee. I'm telling you, he's a descendant of the African king. And I will put a picture of him up. I ain't never seen no eyes like his. I'm telling you, he looking at me and he's just winking. And the African cat is almost extinct. And Grow is planning on doing something about that too, you know, about God's creatures. The African cat is almost extinct. And we need to think about God's animals. We really do. And think about a rescue. Think about a rescue, because he is a beautiful addition to our life. And I love him very much as he lays here on the floor and winks at me. Kyler, you the one for me. Adopt a rescue. I love you in God. Rise to your greatness, kings and queens. You are warriors. You are conquerors. Don't give in to the spiritual warfare. Let's sow seeds of love all around the world, here, there, and everywhere. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. I love you. Let's rise.